Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since 2008, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. Fifth in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there, and not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. He's locked in early. Two nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second and short now following the fumble. From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Ryan's pass complete.
Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the second most in his career, 31 touchdown passes, and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 63 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. A slant to Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Julio Jones has averaged 90 receiving yards per game every season since 2013. And when you factor in that every game plan calls for them double and triple covering him, yet he's still putting up those kind of numbers, that tells you the excellence of Julio Jones.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up
nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, Ryan. Complete to Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And a nice pick up there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the
so that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Gurley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Is good. Makes the score Seahawks 7, Falcons
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
One thing about the Seattle Seahawks offense, they are a run-first group, but when they throw the ball, they want to throw it downfield and sting defenses, and Philip Dorsett provides great speed and a good target downfield in order to get that done. Nice catch there. His speed adds an extra dimension to the Seahawks offense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wilson. And it's a quick slant to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 59 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He gives to Gurley. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Ryan. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Push him back. Mike 50. Mike 50.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now they'll toss to Gurley left. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
On the carry.
Today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
7 yards.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Dorsett making the catch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dorsett's got it. And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Wilson's pass complete.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Got his tight end. It's Jaden Graham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action, Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Benson Mayowa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, Ryan, and that will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson, he finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Seahawks 14, Falcons 3.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Wilson out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Here's Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Dante Fowler Jr.'s career has had some real twists and turns since being a first-round pick with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember, he hurt his knee and didn't even get to play his rookie season, and has finally found his way in the league. Last year in Los Angeles with the Rams, had a career-high 11.5 sacks. That's why Atlanta got him in the offseason. They needed to boost their pass rush, and he's the guy to get it done.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Wilson. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
7th play in this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
At the 40-yard line. How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Recovered by Seattle.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 46. He gives it off to Carson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Seattle.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end. And did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson looking for the tight end Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Catch there by Julio Jones, and let's face it, we're almost running out of ways to say he's great. So let's put it into this context. Third among active players in receiving yards, starting 2020, just 852 yards behind tight end Jason Witten.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Caught by Jones. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own.
So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And he's been effective in their winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well. But how about everything else that's going on? Protection has been excellent. And, of course, the guys catching the ball have provided some highlight reels themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always just one man. He's been good, but you got the guys catching the ball, too.
Yeah, you name it. It's all coming together for them. What they call that synergy. Everything working together really well. And right now, he's the focal point of it. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd down and 5. Operating from the gun. Wilson, complete to Dorsett. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Good catch there by DK Metcalf. And when he came into the league, we were all impressed by his physical attributes. Looked like he was chiseled out of stone. This guy's body is one that we all really wanted to have. but as his rookie season progressed, they added more and more to his plate. Now at times, with his size, his speed, and ability to catch the ball downfield, he looks downright unstoppable.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Carson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
But I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the gun, Wilson. And Olsen over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Wilson on the
and what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
1st down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now left side on the swing pass.
Wilson's
He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Falcons take over.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Atlanta now coming out on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st down, Ryan. Jones has it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Julio Jones. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 23-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Gurley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Tackle made by Rasheem Green.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dorsett making the catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Wilson. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up second.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Wilson operating from the gun. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
To Chris Carson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
The kick is good.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Returns. The Falcons take over 1st and 10. at their own 24.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I know he ain't got it. Mark 54. Mark 54.
From the gun, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this 3rd quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. And they have the 3 takeaways, but still losing despite the effort that we see on the screen.
And thank goodness for that effort, because without it, they're probably really getting routed at this point. Keeping them in the game as best they can, they've got to increase their proficiency in taking the ball away, because right now they're not getting enough help from the rest of the squad.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On second down, it's Carson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 34 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys are going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe they're more...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Ryan.
A very quick pass to Ridley.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
What's the deal, y'all?
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's out time.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
They'll begin the drive with Carson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The Seahawk ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
What we got? 54.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
4 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
First down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
45.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Here's Carson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Edmund Robinson able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This just a 24-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
Falcons 3.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Todd Gurley.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Ryan. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Now Gurley. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Hayden Hurst, 33 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll drop to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A gain of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey, pick your game.
They run it with Carson. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
A gain of a yard. 1st down, Seattle.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
With the handoff to
Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They run again with Carson. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 42.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 5. 1st down, Seattle.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 1st down, Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On second down, it's Carson. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Darquez Denard brought him
Well,
down.
partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Watch 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. This side, baby. That's baby.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
From the gun, Wilson. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
Four yards remain for 2nd down.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. 45.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Seattle.
Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The extra point now coming from Myers. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Falcons take over 1st and 10. at their own 20.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll throw from the gun. To the right side and complete to Hurst. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. Able to shake him off. And incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Ryan will throw again. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. That catch good for only a couple.
To Todd Gurley. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing again, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Falcons are in for 6.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. That time a 9-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Falcons 17.
Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9. This is Carson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Hey, 4 down.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Carson. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Here we go. 45. Mike, 45. Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt.
Today's final
score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.